Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can tell from the intro to this video, the Terminator has arrived here to the farm. So, it is what you guys saw was the Terminator rolling up in the yard on the truck. That was Saturday. It is now Monday. We spent all day Saturday kind of working on this thing. As you can see up on top of the cab there, we're getting our John Deere auto steer set up. And we've been working on harnessing, getting all that stuff ran. Jerry's actually down 60 miles south of here trying to find a harness we're one harness short. We didn't have one harness that we quite needed. And then we're already doing some remodification. All right, but before we get into much of the video, one thing I wanted to say to you guys, to YouTube, is thank you guys for the support on the channel. It's been great. I'm very happy with where we're growing on social media. I'm not a social media professional, to be honest. In the past few years, I haven't really cared about it. I've watched a lot of YouTube. I think it's really cool what guys like Larson Farms, Millennial Farmer, those guys are phenomenal YouTubers. Fairs Farming Organic, he was kind of the inspiration to our YouTube. He showcases a lot of really cool big equipment. He's running 60-foot cultivators, or their farm, not just Thomas there. That's a whole family farm down there in Iowa. They're running 60-foot equipment, John Deere RXs. They're a big organic farm, and they do things very well. It's really cool watching what they do. I got inspired from watching them, to be honest, and we want to show how we do things because there's many ways to farm. I mean, probably every farm's different in their own unique way. We do things slightly different from what they do and what every organic farmer does. So whatever works for that farm, people are comfortable with. But if you're subscribed here and aren't subscribed to Thomas's channel, Fairs Farming Organic, I highly suggest checking them out. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you. And I really want to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers before harvest. So I'm going to do some giveaways. I'm putting in an apparel order this week. I'm just going to do a bunch of giveaways to try to get us to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this video and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Get entered. Follow my Instagram. I'll put it on every platform that we're on, our giveaways, so that everybody has a chance. But yeah, you're going to need to be subscribed. That's going to be the main one that gets you entered in the giveaways. So please subscribe. Like our videos, comment, do what you guys want to do. I always love reading comments. It's really hard to YouTube when we're this busy. We're kind of on the downhill side of our crazy busy schedule. All we have left is beans. Corn is taller than me. I'm 6'6". In a lot of spots, our corn's taller than me or just getting there. And our soybeans look really good. We'll probably have one pass of row crop cultivating left, maybe two in some fields. But so far, our fields look really good. That Trefler has kept our fields very clean, much cleaner than in years past. And in years past, we'd probably already be wanting to run this thing up and down the fields. Right now, we don't really have enough weeds to run this. But we're getting it set up, getting it ready to go. I do have a neighbor who's already wanting us to kind of, I think, run through about 400 acres. So we're getting this ready to go. Hopefully we'll have the harness ready to go. There's one spot in one of our fields that a neighbor's giant ragweed seed from not keeping the border of his field clean blew into ours last year. And that's one spot I want to go zap. And then there's a couple headlands I wouldn't mind cleaning up. But other than that, that's why we're getting this thing ready to go. So what I wanted to show you guys is we're remodifying where our coulters, our grounding wheel coulters are running. Sorry, these are not the grounding wheel, but they're the wing wheel coulters that they set where the boom runs. So when it came to us from old school manufacturing in Missouri, it was set up running. So right here, Kevin and I measured out where our rows are. Jerry and I on Saturday took it out in the field and we saw that it wasn't right. So Kevin and we measured out our rows and 22-inch rows because some neighbors run 22-inch rows. Hopefully we get to do some more custom zapping if we have the time. But we're trying to get that lined up in between the row because where it was running, yes, there was some leeway on that rod there that thing pivots on. and there was some leeway. There wasn't enough. We're already going to be cutting leaves, and we can't be doing that. So this is where we're thinking about running it. We gotta get it put back together 50% more. We're probably halfway through, and then I'll take you guys over here and show you where it was running, and I'll record the process of what we're doing. So right here is how it's running now. What we need to do is take this cylinder and move it over to here. We almost need to swap it. Get this way out here so that it's right in the middle of our row, but yet still hooked up, and we'll be good to go. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get to that. Me and Kevin will get this one put back together, get it all set up, and then I'll record on the other side. All right, guys, so there you have it. We got this outer wing gauge wheel moved outside. So now our row should be running about somewhere right in here. And we shouldn't be clipping any bean leaves. So what you watched us do was basically slide everything off this shaft other than this one bearing. Basically slid everything off and then rearranged it to make it work. So that should work. I don't see any reason why it won't work. So yeah, that's a good thing to get done, and hopefully we'll get this thing field ready today. All right, guys, welcome back. It is now Wednesday afternoon. When we first started this video, it was Monday. It is now Wednesday, and we are zapping beans. So right here, it's pretty clean, going up over a hill. I'm about to go into a spot that's got some weeds, and yeah, I'm gonna show you kind of what it's like going through those weeds. Then we're probably gonna shut down, go for a little bit of a walk and see what it's doing, and I'll explain the machine a little bit to you. I might do another round and try to explain things a little bit, but yeah, so far pretty impressed with this zapper. I've only done maybe 30 acres in a couple of fields, just kind of cleaning up some stuff in our spot, in our fields. Our fields look relatively clean, actually. It's kind of, as you can see here, I'm not running any amperage, if that'll pick that up. I'm not running any amperage because I'm really not hitting any weeds, so I'm trying to stay above the beans. It's really hard when the beans are kind of so up and down. I got a spot here to the left where I hit some beans, but yeah, it's a big operating change. I've never operated something like this before. There's a lot going on. I got 3 switches here that kind of run my copper rods that I'm trying to pay attention to, and trying to pay attention, make sure I'm getting down to the weeds and not hitting the beans. So yeah, it's a little frustrating, but you know, we'll get there as we get some more hours under our belts. So right here you can see, I'll try to get over there, maybe you'll see the lightning bolts. You can see right there, I should have been down more. You can see the lightning bolts coming out of the rods there. That's how we know we're getting down and touching the weeds. So here we go. Here's a big patch of weeds. So yeah, there you have it. That's what we're doing. Kind of a pretty cool and interesting machine. I think this is gonna be a big time game changer for us. All right, I got turned around and I'm going back. I'm already through that weedy bottom. I don't know, this is our first year farming this field. This is transition beans. Sorry, still getting used to what beeping means what. But yeah, this is our first year farming this field. Transition crop. And yeah, these beans will go as a non-GMO bean. We will not sell these beans organically, but we got to do all of our organic practices to them. So this was our first planted bean. We knew we would have our least amount of weeds, and so far they're looking pretty good. Really happy with how these beans look. This farm might need a little bit of tile at some point. That would help some spots look a little bit better, but overall these beans look really good. I'm just kind of in the worst patches trying to clean them up. But what I wanted to tell you guys about now is the purpose of this machine. So this is our first year with this machine. what this machine does, as you can see, it just zaps the weeds that are above the beans, above that bean canopy. We'll probably run it a couple times, and yeah, I don't know, we'll run it a couple times. In years past, we had a tremendous hand weeding bill. So for those of you non-farmers, what hand weeding is, we would pay a crew to come into our fields, and they'd go through and they'd pull, or they'd have some hose with them, and they'd slice them or pull weeds. And it started to get to be too expensive, and it just was starting to not be economical. So our hope is we can make a big majority of our payments. Well, I know we'll get to make a big majority of our payments year after year with replacing that walking bill. And hopefully we'll have this machine paid off and not need walkers anymore. I don't know, we're learning that. We're not gonna say we won't need any walking done, but so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. All right, guys, so me and Jerry are out in the field that I just was out here with the weed zapper and checking what kind of weed kill we got. So on this one, this kind of concerns me a little bit. This big weed might live, but I think we got a pretty good kill on this one. As you can see, it's all the way through falling apart. So this is just kind of what that weed zapper can do. I mean, it's supposed to just boil all the cells out of these plants and just kill them with electricity. So that's what we're doing. That's one option of weed control for us. It's our first year ever running our own. We've had weed zapped in the past, and we've kind of seen it where they just kill the stem, but then the offshoots of the weeds keep coming. So ours isn't supposed to do that, but we're gonna keep an eye on this field and keep watching it. So this is where I'm gonna end the video. Kind of a long video today, but yeah, kind of a cool, exciting thing going on. And you can see I got a pretty good kill on those, I would think, but we'll check back in and watch them. So just want to say thanks for watching. I know it's going to be kind of a long video, but thanks for hanging in there. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And thanks again for watching.